What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Let me wait till some more people come up into the room. Hey, what's going on, y'all? We're gonna get into this live in a second. This is kind of like, don't consider this like an official live, because I was like, you know what? Let me just hop on here and let's shoot the breeze real quick before this new episode of Potomac comes on. And let's talk about this Married to Medicine tea that came out a little earlier today. If you guys saw the video from earlier about Love and Marriage DC, then you will know that I was supposed to do MSNBC today, but because there was a mass incident in California, we ended up having to postpone that so that that MSNBC could cover that. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna open up some mail while y'all hop into the room. I appreciate y'all for hopping in here. Y'all, I got some products that I had picked up from the mailbox, and I never did get a chance to open these. This is some MK Men beard oil and some Mary Kay whipped shea butter, shea cream. Thank you to Miss, I think it's Natty Spencer, who sent me this. I appreciate you very much. I believe that, or Mr. Natty K. I can't really tell. I think it just says Natty Spencer. So my apologies if I got your pronoun wrong. I'm just reading the name. But I thank you for these products right here. Thank you for that. I got something else right here. Another little gift from Neem Naturals. Handmade natural skincare products. I will place links for both of these people down in the description. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, we got some travel size moisturizing body balm here. Okay. Hey, y'all, for hopping into the room. What's going on? We got some face and body soap right here. Got a lot of good products. Thank you for sending these. We got some fortifying beard oil. I got lots of beard oil for this beard right here. Y'all know I like to take care of this good beard. I be dying it though, just to let y'all know that. Oh, and I got a little beard brush. Come on through now. Now I like this one. I could put this in my pocket right here, baby. I could put this in the pocket. Oh, yeah, right there. All right. Now that y'all in the room, I try to make it to my mailbox a little bit more often. Thank you guys for those. Let's get into this news. Yes, please hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. Oh, you know what? Thank you so much. Listen, when you do an interview with Dr. Heavenly, she got this energy, man. She got this energy that's just like, let's have a good time. And y'all, honestly, I decided that all my interviews moving forward, we're gonna have a good time. Last week, just FYI, before we get into this tea, I was supposed to interview. We had Marceau set up for Monday, but we had a scheduling issue. We had Miss Wanda on the docket as well. We were waiting to hear back from Melody. In the end, though, we got Destiny last minute, and then we got Carlos King also last minute. So big shout out to both of those for coming through literally last minute. I mean, it was just so like easy breezy. All right. Let's get into this tea, this Married to Medicine tea. Okay. So our friends over at OMFG Reality TV, they posted this early and I saw it, but I had to go have brunch with my family, and then I was supposed to go do, the Simone show. And I saw this and I was like, ooh, now this lends itself to what we have been hearing about Phaedra, right? So essentially, this comes from an article in the Hollywood Reporter. All right. I got nothing to say about that. Okay. Ooh, Nikki Nicole, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Um, there's some tea in that right there. But anyway, if you just got here, you're not late. I've been trying to, just allow people to come into the room because this was real last minute and we're just having a good time. So if you got expectations of quick tea, we having fun. You might want to come back and watch the replay or stick around and have a good time with the people. Okay. Um, but that little comment that I just put on the thing, baby. Moving right along. All right. So there was an article in the Hollywood Reporter with some higher ups, VPs, senior VPs of programming at a couple of different networks, right? And they were talking about the state of reality television, right? And so they were talking about, what's to be excited for in 2023. And if there were any big, game changers that came along in 2022. And it was really talking about BravoCon was like the big draw for 2022 and how BravoCon is now driving, what the network does in terms of programming, right? Because it allows, some of the Bravo celebrities to mix it up with each other, which also allows for, I don't want to say cross pollination because that sounds crazy, but like for them to do things across the board, okay, with each other. Now, y'all are so shady in these comments. I'm not confirming or denying. Everything is alleged. Okay, let me put the banner up. Y'all can get me in trouble. Let me put this banner up. All commentary on everything I say is alleged. It's even alleged that I'm not fooling with y'all today. So anyway, that's where this article came from, right? And so in it, and the reason why that's important is because we're going to talk about a couple of things in addition to this Married to Medicine shakeup, right? But what was stated was this. According to NBC Universal Senior Vice President of Unscripted and Current Production, her name is Kathleen French. She indicates that Married to Medicine season 10 is slated to start filming soon and that there will be a big cast shakeup. So we have been hearing a lot about this idea of Phaedra joining Married to Medicine. And, we've heard Dr. Heavenly talk about it as well on an interview with, or a live, I should say, with Funky Dineva. We've heard that. We've also heard that she could potentially be introduced through Quad because, she's friends with Quad. We've also heard that she is dating a doctor, which she confirmed at BravoCon. And so that leads me to wonder, okay, what will the shakeup entail, right? And so I thought it would be a fun idea to really have a talk with y'all. Y'all are going in on this. Y'all going in on this this Martell comment that I saw. Okay. I would tell you, let me just say this. I'm currently not at a space where I am paying for interviews. That's just not where I'm at currently because I just feel like in general, interviews do two things. One, they are to help promote the show and the stars of the show. And for me, I love promoting the shows because I love watching the shows. And I feel like if there's a way where we can talk to someone and get some answers to some questions that we have, then let's do it, right? If I think it'll be a fun and engaging conversation for the channel and for me and for you guys, then I'm all here for it. But ultimately, for me at this point, I'm an independent agent. I'm not working with a network or anything like that. So I'm not paying to, interview someone because I don't know why I would do that. But listen, to people that do charge for interviews, let me say this. That's your prerogative, because if you feel like that's your value, then that's your value, right? That it is what it is. I cannot argue with that. That's your value. That's your perceived value. And you have to always know your worth. So anybody that says, well, I charge X amount for interviews, then I have to let them be, but I also have to let them know that I'm not paying for that. And that's just, what it is. Anything else, I can neither confirm nor deny. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But again, like I said, if that's what your worth is, and if that's where you feel like your value is, I appreciate it, and I feel like that congratulations and all of those things. But as of right now, I'm over here, just doing the work. Okay, I'm just doing the work that, and anything that comes to me great. All right, so listen, let me ask y'all a question. Listen, let's get back to the casting, right? Let's get back to the casting, because y'all got me over here. Let's get back to the casting. Married to Medicine now. Who do y'all think? Because if Phaedra's coming on, I would wager that someone has to go. It is what it is, right? I would wager that somebody has to go. Who do you guys think has to go? And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. When I say somebody has to go, I don't want it to be, I don't want to ever wish that somebody was fired off a show. Cause y'all know me. Y'all know I want to see my people get paid. You know what I'm saying? Even if you do charge X amount for an interview, I want to see you get paid. I want to see you win. I just won't be paying you. But I digress. A lot of you guys are saying Anila should go. Anila, Aaliyah. Y'all are so crazy, Anila. Y'all comments are killing me. I'm seeing some people say Contessa, Dr. Contessa. I love that. I like Dr. Contessa. Simone, listen, can you imagine though a Married to Medicine without Simone screaming? Is there a Married to Medicine without Simone screaming? I just don't know. Man. A lot of people say Quad, but see, my thought is this: you can't, if you're bringing in Phaedra, you can't take out Quad because that's her end. Okay. Tabitha says Toya or no one. I don't know. I can't say Toya because to me, Toya is the doctor's wife that brings the most drama to the show. And I feel like I agree with Dr. Heavenly when Dr. Heavenly says that Toya is necessary for the show. I do feel like she's necessary for the show. They're definitely not talking about Anila charging people. I can tell you that. They're not talking about Anila charging people. No. And I can see why people would say Anila because she is new and she doesn't seem to have the deep connections with the group. Devi says, if you have Phaedra, do you need Quad? Two sides of the same coin. But my thought is, if you don't have Quad, how do you properly introduce Phaedra? You know what I'm saying? And I know Phaedra probably knows the other girls, but I feel like she knows. Like Quad and her know each other. Now, Avery says, Dr. Jackie. That's a hard one for me because Dr. Jackie to me is like a staple on this show. And I do feel like you need somebody that is kind of grounded. And I just honestly think that the only way I can see Dr. Jackie leaving is if Dr. Jackie decides to leave. But I feel like the network likes Dr. Jackie in the same way that they like Candy. And I feel like they would rather keep her because I think she's also bringing the network in money through her, I'm going to say, alleged partnerships, because I don't know that they do have a partnership, but I would wager to believe that they do because we've seen her ads play throughout the episodes. So my thought is the only way that those ads are playing throughout those episodes is because they probably have some stake in the product that she is putting out. So because the network, if I'm the employer, if I'm Bravo and you are making me money, then I'm going to keep you. Okay. I'm gonna keep you. I agree. Toya's needed. Mm. Mickey says that I can't imagine I can't imagine Married to Medicine at this point without Dr. Heavenly. Somebody said Audra, but Audra was only a friend. So do you think that they would? I mean, I wonder if they will bump her up. I could possibly see them bumping her up because she does have an interesting storyline in the sense that she had this huge brawl with Toya last season, and she ended up getting, she has she had the baby already? I feel like she might have had the baby. But we had the whole baby situation come up with her. So that may be interesting as a new mom to see. I think if anybody, it would probably be Anila that may be on the chopping block. Because if you honestly have Phaedra, would you really need Anila? Yeah, I kind of feel like Dr. Jackie is kind of like the glue. Right. She's kind of like the equivalent to Big Mama, a brand. Okay. The calm on the show. Yeah. Empress Carter says Phaedra is a quad replacement. Give it time. Ooh. See, now this will be a mess right here, but I think that's what people would want to see. The unfortunate thing about Married to Medicine is I think that, and I think it's been confirmed that they don't pay the men. So you ain't paying the men, and maybe that's something that needs to change. Maybe the men need to get paid. I don't know if equal to the women, but maybe the men need to be paid because I think what you see with Married to Medicine is a show where the men become engaged in as much of the drama sometimes as the women do. She brings the peace, the voice of reason. Yeah, the complete balance. Lisa says, I like all of them. The network should give it a try with all of the ladies. Nika says, Dr. Jackie, only because Dr. Jackie doesn't need the platform anymore. I mean, that's true. I mean, so Rhonda, it's not confirmed that they're technically dropping anyone, but one would be one. Reading this, when you say cast shakeup, like a big shakeup, you would have to we have to reasonably assume, or we can reasonably assume, I think, that somebody is getting let go. But so we're just trying to figure out what's the best mix right now. I thought it would be fun to just kind of like have a little casting discussion amongst ourselves, like who y'all want to see stay and who y'all want to see go. You know what I'm saying? So it's a toss up, like, but I do believe somebody's gonna go. And if you say big shakeup, like, but if you're saying big shakeup, like that's gotta that you taking somebody major out of the equation. That's my thought. What are y'all talking about these beans? Was it something she did during the season? Because a lot of y'all keep mentioning these beans. Aria. Yo, Aria. Hey, I mean, Aria. I mean, I, listen, I, I mean, um, 22 for your info says yes, she had the baby. Okay, she did have the baby. Uh, Arya says that Married to Medicine won't survive without Dr. Heavenly. Bobby says get rid of Dr. Heavenly. I personally don't think you can have a show. I think that Married to Medicine definitely needs Dr. Heavenly. Empress says Anila offers nothing to the show except fake storylines. Hoover fan says I think it's Contessa and Anila. Mario says Contessa needs to stay. I like her and her husband's drama. They did have a lot of drama, but we didn't really see the resolution of it. I don't feel like. Arya, I fast forward Anila scenes too sometimes. It's bad. It's nothing personal. I want to like her, but it's just something about her that doesn't ring true. I don't know this. This is conflicting to me. I've heard different things about the men on Real Housewives of New Jersey. I would not be surprised if Joe Gorga was paid. I don't know about the rest of them, but I firmly believe that he is being paid. But I cannot confirm or deny that. So Mary brings up an interesting point. Mary says Dr. Jackie is the face of Married to Medicine. Who do you guys think is the face of Married to Medicine? Bring back Buffy. Oh, Buffy was on Good Day DC the other day. I was on. I didn't get to interview her though. Ursula says keep all of them this season. I mean, I don't know, Ursula. I don't think they're gonna do that. It's gonna be a cast shakeup. Kimberly says, when I watched Q and Heavenly, I thought they may bring G and his fiance. See, now that again is another little interesting thing that could happen, or I could see being a good thing that would happen. It would be hard for me to see Married to Medicine without Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Simone. It would be hard for me to see a Married to Medicine, to be honest with you, without Atoya and without Quad. I think you add in Phaedra, and then we see. I like Doctor. I like. Wait. Hey. Storm Monroe, Mr. Storm, the great Storm Monroe, my boy. Says I'd be here for a real combo between Quad and Dr. G or Mariah because they left a lot on the table. I absolutely 100% agree with you on that. I think that seeing Dr. G and Quad get together would be like, I mean, it would be such a, you know how like you had those moments in a storyline where you just can put a nice little bow on something or not. Okay. And then Mariah too, because we never really got a real resolution with Quad and Mariah. So I kind of feel like where does that story end up? And how would Mariah, what is everybody's real beef with Mariah? Because I still don't feel like we absolutely know. And every time I feel like somebody asks about it, I always feel like whoever is asked about it really can't get into it more because of something that has gone on with the network and Mariah. But I don't know what it is. And then you got to think about the cost for the show. Like how much are we paying Phaedra? Is Phaedra just a friend? You know, it hasn't been confirmed, but I feel like this is giving us a lot of reason to believe that she will be there. Dr. Greg is returning with his fiance. Quad is going. Also, Anila and Dr. Kieran are going. I could see some of this happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm looking at y'all comments real quick. Rio says Mariah is the queen bee who wants control of the entire show, including the ladies. If it's Mariah, I'd pass out too. Hoover fan says I don't see Dr. G wanting to do it. I don't know, man. If I was him, I would not want to do it in real life, right? Like if it was me in real life, because he's already been on the show, he knows kind of where it can go. You know what I'm saying? And if he's really happy and really in love, I don't know that he would want to put that out on Front Street, especially because it's so new. So I don't know that that would be in his best interest. But in terms of us as viewers, that would be good. That would be good right there. Okay. Trying to catch up with your comments. Beauty, makeup, style, and all says Quad was married when it started, so she's grandfathered in. I mean, I kind of agree with that as well. I think that just because someone gets divorced, you don't have to necessarily let them go. But I also feel the same way about Dr. G, right? I feel like the only reason Dr. G was probably let go is because they weren't paying the husbands. But this is another reason why I feel like you pay the husbands and you pay the men, because I think will have a better show, because then they'll be more inclined to, get into some things. And we've seen how these men definitely want to get into some things. Right. I could see that. I could see him because I believe that he's still cool with a lot of the guys on the show. I think Dr. Heavenly also confirmed that. And if you go on his Instagram page, he's also cool with some of the ladies on the show, because I think I saw Dr. Simone congratulating him. I think I saw Dr. Contessa congratulating him. Who else did I see? Yeah, so I feel like everybody has a good relationship with Dr. G. So it will be interesting. Let me see. Oh, I know what I meant to tell y'all. Okay, so we got a couple more things to talk about real quick in relation to this particular story right here. Give me 1 second. It would be interesting to see if Phaedra really let people in her life this time. That's really, because to me, again, when I saw her on that show on WeTV with her and that man Medina, I felt like ain't no way this relationship is real. It felt forced, it felt fake, and I felt like she really wasn't into him at all, right? He might have been into her, I don't know, but I definitely didn't feel like she was into him. So to me, I'm like, I like Phaedra, but she didn't really give us that much on that show. But she gave us way more on Ultimate Girls Trip. If Phaedra, to me, if she's not going to give us the real deal on her life, then she could just be on as a friend and provide some comedic relief, because that's really what she did on Ultimate Girls Trip. She was just the comedic relief. That's what she kind of did on Dubai. She provided comedic relief. So if that's all you're going to give us is comedic relief from the sidelines, and you're not going to be main character energy, then I feel like, don't waste our time and don't waste our money, because we can, I like a good zany one-liner, but girl, you could be a friend for that, period. Just keeping it real. I like Phaedra a lot, but I also need for Phaedra to give us Phaedra and Apollo-ish type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real. We want the real deal. What's going on? I need some of this, like, tell me what's really in your life type of thing. TR says, could the shakeup be by adding Mariah back with Phaedra? Listen, I love Mariah. So for me, I don't know what the issue is behind the scenes. I really don't, but I know that Mariah adds a lot of value to that show. And as much as people don't like her, you cannot like her, you can dislike her, but you cannot take away the fact that she added something special to that show. All right. Real quick, I wanted to talk to y'all about a couple of other things. All right. So listen, um, we don't really have much information. Well, we don't really talk about Southern Charm because we don't really recap that show on this channel. Um, if it was Southern Charm New Orleans, I might would give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Um, I tend to report on shows where there is, you know, cast members of color who are in prominent roles on the show. Just because I also like recapping shows with people who look like me. You know what I'm saying? That's just I can relate to it a little bit differently. Not to say that I won't recap a Real Housewives of Orange County because I'm all about my housewives. But it's just for me to step outside of my comfort zone and do a Southern Charm or something like that. I don't know. No, probably not. Because it's giving real no shade, but sometimes I'll be feeling like it be giving real Confederate flag, and I'm not really here for that. No shade. Anyway, Summer House spinoff with an all-black cast set in Martha's Vineyards. Okay. Now, see, that I'm here for. Okay. That I am definitely here for. All right. One of the executives said a Summer House spinoff with an all-black cast in Martha's Vineyard, and I think viewers are going to love it. Yes, give us more of people who look like us. Period. Period. Okay. I mean, we got listen, love, key. We gotta call a thing a thing. That'd be what it's given. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I hate to say that, but that's how I feel. I am here for the Martha's Vineyard of it all as well. Like, give me all black cast of shenanigans, okay? In the set in the Martha's Vineyard. It's someplace fabulous with the people drunk. Okay. Give me all that. Yes, I'm here for the bougie Martha's Vineyard location. Give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah, we need more of these types of shows, with people who look like us because we be watching these shows, we be supporting these people. You know what I'm saying? The internet, the bloggers, we be interviewing these people and we be trying to, do our thing. A lot of us recap these shows because we want to support our people. You know what I mean? And so I feel like give us more of what we want. You can tell we are desperate for more content. Give it to us. All right. Rio says, let me ask you a question about the Housewives franchise in general. Do you think that Indy is taking the cities to a place where it doesn't need to go? Can you elaborate, like taking it to cities where they shouldn't film? How do you mean? Like, just give me a little bit more information. Yes, tired of the tokens. Like when we say, and when we, for those of you who aren't familiar with with what I mean with what we're saying with tokens is like just the one black person or the one person of color, throw them into the mix just to make it, okay, we added some flavor and diversity to this cast, Beverly Hills. But you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, I mean, let's put a concerted effort to give us more content with people of color so that we can have, more to relate to and to digest and to follow and to fall in love with these people. You know what I'm saying? In terms of cities, what I would prefer is, and I think we had this discussion with Carlos King. Speaking of which, yes, I do plan to review that show. I'm gonna watch it to see. First, I need to see what day it come on. Okay, these weekend shows be like, okay, your boy you trying to live on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? But I got shows to review. Anyway, I would like to see them go to places like, I don't know why they haven't done like a Real Housewives of New Orleans. I feel like that would be something good right there, right? Um, because I feel like the culture is so rich down there. It's so rich with diversity and stuff like that. I just feel like you can get a lot of great content from there as well. Y'all remember how good the Real World New Orleans was? Okay. I mean, just picture it. What would like the extravagance that New Orleans might give us. But I also think it would be cool to think about some cities where maybe we haven't really thought of. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. In terms of grown and gospel, yes, I do plan to review this show. See how it goes. Oh my God, Blood, Sweat, and Heels was my show. Okay, that was my show. I don't know what I mean. It went left, obviously, when that girl like hit Melissa Ford with that bottle, but I don't even know where that came from. But I don't know. Right, that was a time. I heard about in Nashville. I heard that was something that was out there. Oh yes. She also one of the cast members did pass away. Yep, Daisy. Daisy, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I follow Demetria. Is it Demetria? Demetria? I think that's her name. I follow her. She had moved to Ghana, actually. Yeah. Um, People seem to naturally gravitate towards NOLA culture and people as well. Exactly. That's why I feel like, why not? Why not? Moving Andy author reunions. Have you Danny Storm be the host? I don't think Andy watched the shows. Just go with the fans without. You know what's funny? I think that Andy is so high level with where he is, with the things that he's doing, being a dad and all that kind of stuff like that. I don't think he's really because there are so many shows and he has his own radio shows and stuff that he's doing. I don't really think that he's as in tune with what's really going on with the show, with how people feel about the show, with certain things on the show, with what gets aired from the reunion. So it kind of feels like when he's asking questions at the reunion, you just be kind of feeling like, bro, like, what? That's not what we really want to know about. We really want to know about this, and you're completely ignoring it. And then when they answer the question, you kind of just be like, okay. And the viewer will be like, well, no, Andy, they didn't, that's not what happened. They are basically glossing over what you just asked them, right? Which is different from how a lot of us have to do interviews. Now, listen, for me, myself, when I do interviews, I'm not trying to hold the reality personality accountable, right? I feel like that's the job of the person who is hosting the reunion. Hey, wait a second. At this point in time, that's not what you said. But in order to do that, you got to remember the show. Okay. You got to remember the episodes. You got to remember what this person said. You got to know what this person said on social media. You have got to be tuned in, tapped in, and turned on for the audience to really get a sense that you are connected enough to this show to really understand what's going on, to understand when a person on the cast is not giving you the truth, or fabricating something, or glossing over something. And I just don't feel like he's there anymore. And it's very difficult to be there when you have so many shows and so many things going on. That's just personally how I feel at this point. Honestly. That's how it feels. Like there's no real investment. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like, somebody who's there because it's his job and he knows the ladies Hey, ladies, it's great to see you again. These are the questions that you guys have given me. Great, I'll ask the questions. Oh, you don't. Giselle, you only said that he stopped by your room and nothing happened, but you still felt uncomfortable. Oh, okay. Completely missing and glossing over the fact that she also called him a sneaky link. She said he was trying to get with it. Those types of things. It does feel very, very autopilot. Very autopilot. And it does kind of feel like at times, he goes a little light on some people, and some things may have gotten cut on the cutting room floor. We don't know, but the problem is it just never feels like we're getting to the root of anything. It's like all very surface level, which would be okay, but the fans and the community of viewers like us who are watching the shows, we're invested and we know what happened. We saw it. And we put together the dots from what somebody said on social media to what they did on the show to what they said in an interview over here on another platform. We have connected the dots. And I just feel like he's at a level that may be a little bit too high to really connect those dots in a way that is really fulfilling to us as fans, period. Oh, thank you. When I interview people, I try to, my immediate goal is, let me tell you just my little thing. And some people feel like when I do interviews, I go light on people. It's not my job to go hard on them. My only job as an interviewer to me is to ask questions and to make the person feel comfortable. The reason why I like to make people feel comfortable in interviews is because people who are comfortable talk more. All right. And the more a person talks, the more they reveal. The more comfortable they feel, then the more comfortable they get with what they say. And if they're comfortable enough to talk to you, then they're comfortable enough to spill everything that you want to know, and even things that you didn't think that you would ever get. So my approach with interviewing is that you get more bees with honey, period. So that's why I do my interviews the way that I do them. And I cannot tell you the amount of people that will come onto the right before we get onto in an interview and they'll tell me, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And I always say, well, not everybody, but there are some people who will say, oh my God, I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, and I'm always like, well, what are you nervous for? Because in my mind, we're just going to have a conversation. If you don't feel comfortable at answering a question, simply tell me I don't feel comfortable answering a question. My job isn't to surprise you and beat you over the head with some type of question. My job is simply to say, hey, this happened on the show. Like, let's talk about it real quick. Like, how are you feeling that day? Like, why do you think people say this about you? You know what I'm saying? Can you see why people call you aggressive? That's one of the questions that I asked Destiny. Can you see why people do that? But at that point, my goal was, hopefully she's comfortable enough that when I ask her that question, she don't take offense to it. Because some people will go back into their shell and then they'll go into defense mode. You know what I'm saying? So you want people to feel open so that, they get to talking and baby, the tea just start to spill. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when they leave that interview, I want them to leave like, oh, you know what? That was fun. I want to do that again next time. You know what I'm saying? Caramel Cutie. I didn't get a text and I missed it. I didn't send out a text for this one, only because it was kind of late. And it was a last minute decision to do it. Let me see if you guys had anything else. All right. Just how many, let me know in the chatterization. Real quick, because we're going to talk Potomac for like 2 seconds. Are y'all watching Potomac tonight? Who do you think is going to come out on top on this shade battle between Robin and Karen? Okay. Somebody asked me this question, so I will answer it while you guys answer me about Robin and Karen. Are you team Robin? Are you team Karen? Kirby, Jersey K. What are your thoughts about Salt Lake City? Should Mary come back? I definitely feel like it would be good to see Mary back, but Mary gotta want to be there, right? My only issue with Mary is Mary sometimes I feel like gave the impression like she didn't really want to be there. As entertaining as she is, I need her to want to be there. So, that's my only thing. I need you to want to be in the building. All right. I thought Mary was funny. She was off the chart. She said some things. She put a foot in her mouth, and she had to answer. And sometimes she had to pay the piper and answer for the things that she said. But she was definitely interesting. I see a lot of Team Karens. Kern, Robin, both. Kern. Karen wins. The Grand Dame, Team Robin. Robin. I don't know why they didn't ask Nicolette Sheridan a long time ago. Actually, I had heard that either one of them wouldn't, Renna or Nicolette wouldn't do it because Nicolette used to be married to Harry or with Harry Hamlin, I think, back in the day. But Nicolette Sheridan would be good. But I just don't know if she would do it. Team Karen, Robin is too messy. Robin can't form a thought on her own. Team Karen, team neither. I'm tired of Karen calling out everyone by hiding her life. Team Kern. Mary as a friend. There's a difference between being shady versus trying to hurt someone's marriage. True. Not Surrey County. The text number. The text number. Is it not on my screen? It's right here on the screen. Boo. It's 202-918-3386. Robin is not a shade assassin. Avery says, I pray it's Robin. Yes, Nicolette was with Harry. But now that Lisa's not there, it would be interesting to see. Someone else says, Karen, Robin gets on my nerves. She wants to call people out, but wants to keep her business in private. This should be interesting tonight. Well, we only have an hour to go. So do y'all like a random, live Kiki every once in a while? Would y'all like? Are y'all here for that? Let me know in the chat if you are here for it. I will do more of them. I honestly, I be in my head like, no, the people are busy. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, y'all got stuff to do. Y'all ain't got time for me today. But if y'all would, then we here. Okay. Hey, okay. Cool. Y'all like it. Okay, perfect. Oh, you enjoy it. Okay. This is a good question. Will they ever address Juan Dixon's scandal at work? It's a tough one. I do wonder if it comes up at the reunion. I haven't heard whether or not it does or not. I think it's an unfortunate situation, and it'll be interesting to see if it pops up at all. Okay, so a lot of people say yes. Here for the shenanigans. All right, y'all know I love y'all too. Okay. Look, a little late night live. First of all, I would. You know what? For some reason, I feel like I am more awake during the daytime. So after I finish taking my notes, y'all, I'll be wanting to honestly go to bed. So that's the only reason why I don't do them. Hey. Okay, cool. Good question. I don't know, Marquita. We'll have to wait and see. But Let me go eat some dinner before the show comes on. Y'all know I love y'all. I can honestly sit here and talk to y'all for hours because y'all just like I feel like we here. You know what I'm saying? Like it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm saying. Oh man, Teresa, get better, get better. We're gonna send up some prayers for y'all. I don't know where it is. I bought this like prayer book, y'all, and it has been changing my life. I didn't bring it in the room today. I'm gonna show it if I remember, I'm gonna bring it on my live tomorrow. But it has changed my life. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. So I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna pop it on the live tomorrow. For those of you guys who I know some of y'all know we like to get a little word in every now and again. So yeah, okay. So when I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share it with you when or I'm gonna put it on my Instagram. But it has been changing my life, and it was like $12, and I got it from CVS. It is so good, so good. With that being said, I love y'all as well, and I will catch y'all in the next video.